Weather impact alert is an obvious one today. It's been absolutely pouring here in Temple the past hour or so, off and on. You can see these ominous looking clouds here, low hanging clouds. Just quit pouring. I bet it picks up though here in the next hour once again. Just scattered activity on radar, as you could tell. Finally reached I-35 this afternoon. It is now 5:11. Temperatures sitting in the 70s, and you can see where the heavier pockets of rain are. I'll start west. All morning, San Saba pointing towards Menard that received about 8 inches of rain, believe it or not. A lot of that is flowing into the San Saba River. You can see that green box there going to be there over the next few days as waters are going to continue to rise. So if you have property and no faults that do on the San Saba, all of that is slowly going to head towards the east. Got to go somewhere, right? Quite a bit of rainfall falling, though. You can see where you start to see the oranges, you start to see the reds. That is a very heavy, even sometimes torrential downpour. Lightning is turned off, that indicator, so that we could show you where the heavier pockets of rainfall are. It looks like in terms of hail cores, things have significantly slowed down here in the past half hour or so. Earlier, we did have a couple of warnings. Certainly don't want to be traveling to the north of Groesbeck right now. That particular cell does seem like it's weakening, though, and likely that does drop off here in a second. But you can see Hill County down towards McLennan County, Waco, even down towards Temple. I mentioned, and I just showed you tower cam here, that it has slowed down in the past few minutes. It's about to pick back up. So more and more rainfall. Storms have been doing what we call training all day. That's when you're seeing them go over the same spots and even back building, so further building towards the southwest. Another line of rainfall, Llano, all the way up to Comanche. Now that looks more moderate to me, but still some heavy downpours off to our west. All of that is headed towards the east, so you could tell potentially over the next couple of hours, some of us rack up several inches of rainfall in pockets here and there. I think it'll be widespread 1-2 inches, but like I said, we could have pockets that are a little bit higher. Martin Prairie Hill right now, when you start to see those darker reds, that is an absolute torrential downpour and could see some pocket change size hail. To the east of Troy towards Rosebud Lot along 77, certainly wouldn't advise travel there right now either. That looks like some very heavy rainfall. Gusty winds as well. I will mention we've been seeing some 50+ mile-an-hour wind gusts throughout this afternoon, especially the leading edge of those thunderstorms. Even San Saba right now getting another pocket of heavy downpours. So hopefully things can calm down for our western counties here over the next few hours. They likely do. Lorena to Waco, and this I-35, I'm going to point to it right here. So clear cut through I-35, and if you are driving north or south right now, going to run into some heavy rainfall. If you can avoid being out on our roadways over the next few hours, I'm just saying I would not recommend travel if you don't have to. You can see all the green boxes I mentioned. You can see Brady outside of our viewing area towards San Saba. That's where they got a whole lot of rainfall earlier in the day, and it is still raining out there. Thankfully, they're going to get a break here shortly. But in general, orientation-wise, all of this is lifting up, headed towards the east over the next few hours. We'll clear our western counties. Likely is clearing I-35 by about 8-9 o'clock, and then all of it east to I-35. We could have some reinforcement of any flooding, running water on roadways tomorrow morning, and even in the overnight hours, we could have some lingering isolated activity, but then it looks like models in agreement that we are going to see a little bit more tomorrow morning as well. Flood watch is out for most of our counties, especially along the west of I-35. That is going to be until tomorrow morning, but like I said, several of us have got several inches of rain at this point. So if we get any more by tomorrow morning, we are going to continue to see likely some flash flood warnings, things of that nature. So it looks like in general, as I mentioned, if you were at I-35, for example, things are going to clear out over the next 2-3 hours or so and head towards the east into East Texas outside of our viewing area. However, it looks like tomorrow morning we are essentially going to have another line of rain moving on through. It looks like a little bit more isolated in nature, but if you've already received several inches of rain at this point, obviously that is going to cause for some issues early tomorrow morning. It is going to clear out after that. Overall, over the next few days, potentially, yes, we're going to have weekend and early next week rain. We could rack up an additional few more inches of rain for some folks. I think widespread, probably 1 to 2 inches or so. But like I said, in pockets, could have that flooding threat through early next week. It is nice, you guys, to see on Thanksgiving we are not going to be in the 80s. By the way, we are doing videos all evening on 6 Plus.
All right, Whitney, thank you. As a reminder, you keep up with the active radar on the 6 Plus app on your time.